You're now listening to Voices of Lynn. My name is Justice, and I'll be your host for this episode of Table Talks. For this series, I'll be speaking with local residents, business owners, elected officials, students, as well as current and former employees of businesses here in Lynn to discuss how the COVID-19 pandemic has had an effect on them either personally or professionally, and what are some of the things that they're doing to get through it. I do want to make it clear that the opinions of our guests are theirs alone and do not reflect the opinions of our host or Voices of Lynn podcast. All right, I've got David Riley from Lynn TV on the line. He's the head of production management and equipment management for Lynn TV. So I want to first say thank you, David, for the work that you've been doing in the community and for taking a few minutes out of your schedule to speak with me.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Awesome. I know one of the main things that you wanted to share with the people of Lynn is what Lynn TV is doing to get the information out there. So if you could let us know a little bit about that.
All right. So I'm gonna try not to toss out too much, but essentially we've kind of boiled down to three things that we're currently doing. So a couple of days before this actually really blew up and became essentially the pandemic we all know it as now, I started to compile a list of any potential postponements of events, closures of schools or anything like that, announcements from the city and state. I actually got to hand it to Tia Cole, who has also been fantastic in this situation.
Agreed.
She gave me the idea of keeping a running list via a Google Doc. So ever since I started that up, which would have been, God, I don't even know what day it is now.
Yeah, it seems like they're all running. It's one long day.
Everything's just really blended together. But essentially, ever since that Wednesday or Thursday I started it up, I have been updating that list every day. Okay. And the list is easy to get to. You just need to go to bit.ly/LynnCovid19. I believe that it is capitalized sensitive, so the L is capitalized and COVID is as well. Okay. But I keep that list running and updated every day, sometimes very multiple times a day. The other big thing that we're doing in collaboration with the City Council and City of Lynn in general is every weekday at 3 o'clock we've begun to do daily updates. In fact, after I'm done with this phone call, I'm going to be preparing for that one. And every weekday at 3 we've been doing it. Councilor Darren Sear approached us about doing it. We started doing it with him. He's said, in the future, other councilors will go on. Hopefully we'll have somebody like the mayor go on too.
Okay,
and they'll just give updates about what the city's doing in response to this. Just tips on how to act during this. Any announcements like the park closures that they've been doing, the playground closures that they've been doing, not the park closures because parks are still open. Okay. But we're doing that 3 o'clock every day on our government channel, which is on Comcast channel 22 and Verizon on channel 37, as well as our Facebook page. We're doing it on Facebook Live, as well as any council meetings that happen. We also do via Facebook Live. And then the last thing that we're doing right now is we do a weekly news broadcast that we produce and put out every Friday.
Okay.
Obviously, one thing has been dominating the headlines. So we've kind of transitioned from the traditional news show that we've been doing, and it's kind of just morphed into more of an interview show. Okay. So last week we had on multiple people. We had Councilor Ford on, Carolina from the Essex Media Group, and a couple of other people, Tasso Nicolakopoulos from John's Roast Beef, just talking about how their specific areas have been affected by this and what the city's doing. This week, I'm very happy to say that we actually have on the superintendent of schools who talked with us for a little bit. Okay. And we also interviewed the Chamber of Commerce Executive Director, Colin. And tomorrow we are expecting to talk with the public health director as well. So this is coming out every Friday, and for the foreseeable future, it would be interviews with specific people to talk about their expertise in the field on how to deal with this, how the city is dealing with this, and all that stuff. So we're trying to, right now, get out as much information as we possibly can. Typically, we view ourselves as a very hyper-local source of information. It's really, the people informing the public right now is essentially us and the Daily Item. Everything else is informing the public, but there's not as much of a Lynn focus.
Right.
So all the big news stations, they're focusing on Boston and the greater area.
Right.
Whereas we're focusing strictly on Lynn.
Okay. If I could ask a question just to back up about how you guys are getting the information out there, doing the interviews. How many reporters do you guys have with Lynn TV that are doing the interviews or going out in the field interviewing people at other locations? Is it yourself and a few other people?
Yeah, I should actually say we're practicing the social distancing procedure that's been outlined as much as we possibly can. So all of the interviews that we're doing right now are via the phone.
Okay.
If somebody did want to do a video call, we could also do that. We have the capability. And the daily updates are also being done totally remotely. So currently the only person in the studio doing the interviewing for the interviews is our news director, Mukala Kabongo, who is doing a fantastic job getting these interviews together.
Right.
It's pretty much Mukala doing most of it, to be honest. Mukala is definitely heavy lifting over here, but I mean, he still has the support and whatnot of the whole staff.
Right.
I've been working closely with him, so has our executive director and the other members of our team. So,
okay. If I could also ask too, how would, besides you guys picking people to come on an interview, how would somebody like a business owner or a resident in the city that may have an issue that they haven't got any answers to it yet, how would they be eligible to be interviewed? Could they just reach out to Lynn TV and say that they'd like to get their voice heard? Is there a criteria or a process for that?
So we are trying to keep it strictly to general information as much as possible. But you know, if somebody does have in their situation that they're in information that would be good for the public in general, they can always reach out to us. They can send an email to info@linntv.org. We're not in the office most of the time. Technology is an amazing thing, and most of the stuff that we're doing can be done remotely.
Right. Okay.
So
well, at least
we're
that's
not
a
in the
positive.
office most of the time, so people can't just come in like they would have in the past, because we're not in the office most of the time. But I do know that during the daily updates, if there are anything that people want to hear from the city directly, during the daily updates, there is a graphic that we typically have up. I don't want to say the email right now because I know I'm not going to remember it correctly.
Okay, that's all right.
I don't want to give out bad info. But,
after the call, I can put that in the link so people can get that afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but essentially, Darren has been encouraging people if they have questions to email that, and then they should hopefully be able to address that in one of the daily updates.
Okay, perfect. That was that answers a big question for me and a lot of other people too. I know one of the other topics you wanted to talk on was the importance of people not posting rumors or unverified info. Could you elaborate a little bit more, beyond the basic premise of that? Because people are sharing stuff pretty rapidly, day to day, based off headlines and not reading. What would you recommend, or what would you ask of them?
Yeah, so, I mean, the reason I wanted to talk to you about that is because of, I've seen it a lot on social media, and it's both the good and the bad thing, because news will spread pretty fast on social media, but rumors will also spread equally as fast. So, a couple of examples. The one big thing that I've seen is the rumor that the state is going to shut down for 3 weeks. And I've been seeing that since this crisis began. And obviously, it hasn't happened yet. But every time I see it, it's always, the governor's going to announce it tomorrow at noon, or pay attention at 5 o'clock today. but it never comes.
Okay.
So by doing that sort of thing, the only thing that you're really doing is potentially creating panic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of panic buying happening right now.
Yep.
That's why a lot of these stores have low stock. I forget if it was yesterday or the day before, but somebody else had posted something about a potential grab-and-go food pantry sort of deal happening at the City Hall. And after somebody called the mayor's office and a couple of counselors, they said that isn't happening.
Oh, wow. I was just going to say that sounds like not a bad idea. But...
Exactly. It's a good idea. I like the idea. They said that they're working on something, but it's not confirmed yet. So if, they need to figure out logistics.
Okay.
And, they were saying that the food thing would be happening Saturday and Sunday. But maybe the logistics still need a few days and it won't happen this Saturday and Sunday. And if people saw that,
right,
they'll be waiting outside City Hall going, where's the food?
Okay.
So it's very important to wait until seeing an official verified source.
Okay.
Your second cousin twice removed, they're not an official source.
Right.
The only official sources right now are coming from news outlets and from the city officials themselves.
Okay. If I could also ask then, because there's so many different media outlets reporting and some of the domains that these websites are on, whether it's the acronyms they use, .this and .that, and some of the website domains even look bogus. So that's kind of one way to discern between what may be accurate information and what may be a bogus website that's just collecting data from the visitors. So could you, from a media perspective, what could you suggest for how people could discern between, what's accurate information and, before they share it? Because we're seeing some things from the conferences from the White House that some people I've spoken to just don't know what to believe. They don't know whether to believe it coming from a live stream from the White House or to a live stream from Lynn TV, not because the media reporting the live stream, which is actually not even reporting, it's capturing it in the moment. But there's so many things being said by people on these live streams. How do you advise people, I guess, to know what's real and what's not?
Yeah, that's definitely not something that I can totally answer. I'll be 100% honest, which is what I try to be.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's very tough in this time to do that, but the way I've always approached it, and I found it to be pretty good, at least, and this is the way that I approach getting the information out through LCTV as well. Try to wait until there's an official press release from government to clarify exactly what's being said via a live stream. So if there is something happening, like a press conference, obviously something like a 2-week advisory to stay home.
Okay.
Like that's pretty standard to say, okay, that's what he's saying to do. But I would say wait until, in that instance, you'd probably want to wait until the state government actually releases a press release with all of the verified information on it.
Okay. And since you also said, I'm sorry to cut you off, you can continue, please.
Yeah, and the same deal, just even in the big news stations, they're going to put out articles while the press conference is happening.
Right.
I would say just, it's hard to, especially in this time, but the best thing to do is to wait and be patient instead of being the first to get the information out there. Just so that you can make sure that it is official and verified. That's the biggest thing right now, because otherwise, what you're saying, if it's immediate, could be different from what was actually meant, because everybody kind of interprets stuff differently.
That's kind of my point, is when we see a conference from the White House that there's different people on the panel saying not exactly the same information. So when it's left up for interpretation, I think that's where people they're feeling like they're trying to help, I think, by sharing the information because they might have seen it first and they want to alert people. But like what you're saying, it could cause a panic if they're sharing things prematurely without really looking into the credibility of that source. Have they been credible in the past? Or are they just putting a spin on it because they're trying to get their viewership up? But one of the things I've been seeing people,
lot of that happening right
I've been
now.
seeing people share, to add to some of the rumor spreading that you said, what are your thoughts on the numbers that are being reported? Since Lynn TV is hyper-local, if there's any sort of testing or cases that are found in Lynn, can we expect that Lynn TV would be reporting from the information they get from those nurses or the hospital itself, whether it's Lynn Community Health Center, or can we expect to get the information from the city council, from our local government, or from the state? Where can we expect to get the numbers from?
So that is something that, I'll be honest, I'm a little conflicted on myself, because I do totally believe, personally, this isn't like me talking as a representative of LCTV or anything, this is my personal opinion, is that we only crossed the 1,000 cases yesterday, but I'm sure that there are actually 2,000 or 3,000 cases in the state at this point, because the testing is not being done. I actually have known a couple of people who have had a fever, and they've gone, and they were told, you can't be tested.
Same here.
They're not testing.
Yep.
And
I've heard people say that too, that I know.
That's definitely going to skew the numbers. Unfortunately, it's just, we can only report the amount of testing that's available.
Right.
Essentially.
Well, what I'm speaking on in particular is I saw an article the other day, and again, this is my opinion of what I read from the article that appeared to be valid, is that they're asking hospitals to not put those numbers out there to the media, but the state would effectively report those numbers.
Yeah, I mean,
is that what we can expect moving forward?
We're not putting out any numbers that aren't coming from the state or the city.
Okay.
And that's just how we're approaching it.
To your knowledge, is it not allowed for local press to just go and ask Lynn Community Health Center, like if they have information that they can share, or are they being, demanded by the state not to share that with the media?
Well, I mean, we haven't actually gone out and asked specifically Lynn Community Health Center or Salem Hospital or anybody like that on their numbers.
Okay.
We're only reporting the official numbers from the city and state.
Okay. All right, great. And the final question, so I don't take any more of your time, is for anybody else that would be interested in being a member of Lynn TV, maybe hosting their own show, because I know you said you've got, beside yourself, and Mukala doing great work there. If there's anybody else that wants to host a show, remotely, or a podcast even through Lynn TV, how long does the process take from becoming a member to receiving the training and being able to launch their own video show or podcast?
Okay, so right now we're not really accepting new members just because we're closed.
Okay, understood.
So we're going to open back up when everything is clear, essentially. But the process to become a member is super easy, and frankly, a lot of people don't even realize how cheap it is.
Right, that's why I wanted to have you speak on that a little bit. I think there's opportunity that people don't know about.
Yeah, so we actually do charge a yearly membership fee, but it's only $25 a year for an individual, and $15 a year if you're a senior or veteran, and if you're a student in the Lynn Public Schools, or if you live in Lynn but go to school somewhere else, it's free.
Okay.
So it's
awesome.
Very affordable for most people. We do also have levels for businesses, and everything is included in the fee. So access to the equipment, access to training, everything is included. We don't go out and film for you. We teach you how to do it.
Perfect.
So whoever would want to come down and make stuff, they would have to just know that coming into it. But the training, we go over everything to get you going. The trainings typically take about 2 hours. And by the end of it, you should have enough knowledge to go out and start doing your own thing.
Awesome. That's amazing.
And anybody can become a member that lives, works, or goes to school here. And frankly, I mean, as soon as the training's done, you're able to take the equipment out and start doing your stuff. So, I mean, we've had people that have, everybody has a work-life balance that they try to meet. So some people, admittedly, it takes them like a month or so to get into the groove of things.
Okay.
Other people come in here gung-ho, and they get trained and give us their first show within 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
it can be
really,
relatively quickly, depending on each person.
Yeah, and we do have a podcast kit here available if people do want to start up a podcast. We do have everything that the staff produces, as well as most, if not all, of what the members produce, can be found on our website, and all other information can be found there too on membership and everything. It's lyntv.org.
Okay, great. David, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day, and thank you for the great work you're doing, and I look forward to getting these updates. So thank you for being another trusted source in the city.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thank you very much.